if I didn't know Zipper, tell me about it.
If you did not know Zipper, he would make sure you did know him. The first thing he would do was come at your feet and lay down and expect you to pet his belly. Zipper would pick up on anyone that was sick or elderly. He just took to them. Um, Everyone in this community, in this small area where we live, knew him. We've been here for 12 years, and they all loved him. And he was a part of their lives as much as he was a part of ours.
Every time like I'd be sick and I'd stay home from school, he'd be the one to like lay in my bed and curl up next to me and just like make sure I'm okay and stuff. He was the best cuddle buddy.
Would you say that Zipper had a nose to know when people are in rough times or in tough situations?
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely, absolutely. There's people that have, we don't even know, they know us as Zipper's parents. Um, in passing, we would talk, and they're like, I was just really having a bad day, and he was there. You know, he was just loved by everybody. He never hurt anyone. Um, I I just can't. The hurt that we feel right now is just tremendous, and the outpour of all the of everyone that has come forward to show us how much they love him. People I don't know, people I'm just meeting. You know, it's just tough, and as tough as it is for me, this was her puppy. So,
Like that was my first dog. His brother Buck was my brother's dog, and Zipper was mine. So we got them around the same time. And like I learned responsibility with that dog. He's like my best friend.
How has the how you told me that you're meeting some new people. How's it been since the tragic accident well, incident happened? How's it been? Is it? I know it's not the same anymore, but more people coming to your door and just wanting to talk to you about sharing their experiences with them
yes.
with Zipper.
And we've had people bring us food. I've had sympathy cards. Um, we've had people just come up and say, please tell me it's not true. He's just affected so many lives and so many people, and it's just, this is tough. And something we don't understand.
What I don't understand is and I don't want to make it the whole situation. What I don't understand is why didn't your neighbor come talk to you if he knew your dog?
Like I said, we lived here for 12 years. He actually went to school with our son. He goes by us every day with his
Four wheeler.
dog or on a four wheeler, and we wave at each other. He knows who we are, he knows who our babies belong to. If he's never once come to us and said there's a problem. If he had, it definitely would have been taken care of. You know, if my dog was in his yard, once he was out of his yard, he could have come to us instead of tracking him down the way he did.
It was a pet. It wasn't some wild animal.
Sorry.
It's understandable. I know. Last thing that I want to ask you is can you describe just hearing about it, reading it on Facebook, and reading it on the incident report? It's sick. But can you describe that day?
So I had just gotten back from a trip with all my girlfriends. We had went to Hilton Head, and she had a birthday party to go to. So um, all the dogs were outside at that point in time, and they had come in. I put them in the house. Um, it was Buck and Coda was put inside the house, and Zipper was with Mr. Bob and Miss Kitty at that point in time. So after I dropped her off, I guess it was about 35 or 40 minutes later, I got home, and about 30 minutes after that, I heard a knock on the door. And I was thinking, I'm like, that's an awful hard knock. So I come downstairs, and Bobby was standing at the bottom of the steps, and he said, Zipper's dead. Zipper's dead. And I just lost it, but then I was like, okay, it's hunting season. Maybe something, maybe something happened because, he rides with them to go everywhere. Maybe he got caught in a trap. Maybe something happened. And he said, no. Drew hunted him down, shot him with an arrow, and I watched him run him over. And he did not know that I was there. I was trying to get to Zipper. And he left the arrow in him when he realized I was there. He did say that he took the arrow out of Zipper and took it over to their house and told them what their son had done, and they denied it at first, but then the arrow matched up to his set. So we were over there, and I lost it. I was beyond myself. Thank God she was not here. I just laid on the ground and I cried beside him. The wounds that were on him and his insides just hanging out. We wrapped Mr. Bobby and my husband, George, wrapped him up. And he was a huge part of Mr. Bobby and Miss Kitty's life. Every morning when we let them out, they went over there, they got a hot dog. Zipper would stay. Buck would turn around and go up to Janet and Bill Carnes that lived right here on the corner. And Janet would feed him steak. And then he would turn around and he would come home, and then he would go across the street and see them, and then he would end up at Dewey's house, which is right up the road from us. And a lot of nights he slept at Dewey's house. And I would come out in the morning and I would call him, and Dewey would yell, "He slept here tonight." And I'm like, okay, you know.
I found out that night, so I was supposed to spend the night with my friend, and we were going to go to school together in the morning.
I was trying to protect her from it because I could not compose myself enough to tell her at the time. So I was going to wait and tell her the next day.
And one of my friends that lives in the neighborhood texted me. And she said, "Hey, are you okay?" And I told her, "Yeah, why, what happened?" And she told me what Drew did, and like I don't know how to describe the feeling, but it felt like my heart like fell out on the floor. Like it felt like it just got ripped out, and I don't wish that upon anyone.
What does it mean to you that you have someone who knew Zipper, but y'all didn't know each other, but she's here, and you guys are just sharing memories.
I'm meeting a friend for the very first time today. I had no way, I had no clue as to how to go about trying to get some kind of justification for Zipper. And here comes Dewey on a bicycle, and he says, Tamra has posted this on Facebook. And I'm like, who is Tamra? And of course he told me. And I'm like, I don't even know this person, and she loves my animal this much. Because he just wasn't an animal. He was our family. And then so many people just started coming out from there. Zipper actually is buried on Mr. Bob and Miss Kitty's property. Rightfully so, because he was theirs as much as he was ours. And he's right beside Mr. Bob's other dog that passed away a while back. And just as soon as the ground settles, we're going to have something put there for him.
Is there anything else you want to add that I failed to ask you?
Tamara, do you want to
Oh,
be on camera?
yeah, I'm gonna get her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mallory?
I hope he gets what he deserves. No, that's terrible, but
Thank you guys so much for letting me come out here and talk to you guys. So, when you lived in the neighborhood, kind of just describe your experience living in the neighborhood and your experience with Zipper.
Oh, God. He would come over. Sometimes he'd stay a night or two. And my husband kept telling me, you know that dog's not yours. But I let him spend the night and I let him out the next morning. And he was always over there doing stuff with us, following us around, laying on the back porch, laying in the... I mean, he had his own blanket at my house, okay? He slept in my bed, okay? So he was like the community dog, but he was very special to us, very.
I know he had his own identification, so when most people see a dog running by and they pick him up, the first thing they're doing is calling the owners or maybe calling the animal shelter to come pick up the dog.
Oh, no, not this one. Not this one.
Why?
Because we knew who he belonged to, and everybody took care of him. You know, he was just the neighborhood dog, and everybody loved him. He was just that sweet of a dog.
And you said that he was the type of dog that he just knew if you were down.
Exactly. He did. I mean, he was a lot of comfort to my husband for various reasons, and really to anybody. I mean, you know, anytime he was around, you know, he made you happy, you know, made you happy. And he was a very sweet little dog.
When you heard the news, how did you hear the news? And, you know, you said you wanted justice for Zipper.
My husband had called me and said, I've got some bad news. And I thought, oh, I don't know if I want to hear this. And then he proceeded to tell me about Zipper. And I was so angry and so mad I couldn't even hardly talk. And then when he told me what happened, I was like, are you kidding me? I mean, this guy is 21 years old. He hunted this dog down. I mean, Zipper probably didn't even weigh 10 pounds soaking wet. I mean, that's how small he was. And for him to hunt that little dog down, and he's a big guy, and shoot him with a bow and arrow and then run over him with a four-wheeler, really? I mean, I was extremely angry. And of course I cried, you know, because I mean, he's just that special to everybody around here. So I was not a happy camper, not at all. And I knew something had to be done. And I have never met this family. I've never met Melody. And I just put a very good picture I had of Zipper on Facebook and said, justice for Zipper. And I just felt like I had to do it, you know, for his sake. I mean, it was just wrong.
And even though he's not here, I mean, he's still bringing people together.
Oh yeah, he's still bringing people together. That's just how special he was. So yeah, I mean, everybody knew who he was. Everybody knew where he lived, knew who he belonged to, but he made his rounds. to people's homes. And he was just a very friendly, sweet, little cheerful little dog. Never hurt anybody. Never did anything wrong. I never saw him do anything wrong, and I'd known him for years. So it's just not right. It's just not right.
Last thing that I want to ask you is I know you don't live in the neighborhood anymore, but with Zipper being gone, do you feel like it's going to be a little different without his presence being here? I know he's here. He's here, but
He'll always be here, but not being able to let him jump on the golf cart with you or come over to your house, visit with you, ride around with the different neighbors that he rode around with. Yeah, it's going to be a lot different. He's going to be very, very missed. Very. I mean, he's just, everybody loved him. I mean, and it was just sad what happened to him, and it was uncalled for, I mean, and I hope and pray something's done about it. I mean, just like I said, justice for Zipper, so it needs to be done. I don't know what the laws are, but what he did was just cruel, very cruel, and inhumane, very inhumane. That little dog didn't deserve that. So, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with this, but I was bound and determined one way or the other. I was going to make something happen. I wanted something to happen, for him. So that's why I did it.